Mentorship, a simple word that comes with an important complexity beyond description. Now, I cannot stress how instrumental of a role mentors have played in my journey thus far, through my travels to Cambodia, my involvement with local foods, and now my service through Green Corps. I am honored to be here. In the next few minutes, I'd like to discuss my journey and the impact mentors have had upon my path. Now, let me take a step back in time. I was 14 when I first climbed Stang Mitre Mountain, the largest garbage dump in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Many families live amid the trash, sifting through it to make $1 a day. As I first began to climb, my every breath stung from the methane of the burning trash. Malnourished children with charred faces observed me like stones as I passed. Finally, reaching the top, I saw below the village of tattered tents. As I looked around, disbelief stung me. Here were children running, mothers cooking what little food they had, and men covered in hardened toxins. And there I was, a white, privileged American with many opportunities. Now this experience shocked me to my very being. Smelling the burning trash made me acutely aware of the interconnectedness between poverty, the environment, and sanitation. Now I can attest to the importance of sanitation. I'd asked to use the toilet and was directed to either walk out to the rice fields or to go around the side of the school building. Neither option was safe nor sanitary. Now as I stepped out onto the schoolyard, I talked with the girls and I asked how I could give back. They didn't ask for a new whiteboard, new books, or toys. They asked for a toilet. And this inspired my campaign, one toilet at a time, sustainable sanitation. Now 6 years and $50,000 later, I've been able to evaluate the effectiveness of this effort through research by working with mentors, professors, administration, and upperclassmen at my university, the University of Minnesota-Morris. My research has consisted of 2 parts, collecting water samples of each well and performing assessment of the toilets. Working with the laboratory, I have tested for contaminants, thus producing a quality score. For assessment, I asked about use and made sure the partnerships had sustained themselves versus simply flushing money. My research supports the positive social and environmental outcomes of my project. Prior to working with the villages on digging structured wells and toilets, waste was improperly disposed of, and water was unsanitary. Now, 2 of the new wells serve as irrigation to farming land, thus helping families to stay connected to the land. Environmental degradation is avoided, and the significance of sanitation in conjunction with the land, as well as improved retention of the girls in school, is demonstrated. In addition to my work in Cambodia, mentors have also been key to fostering my interest and involvement in local foods. Since the fall of 2009, I have been volunteering at the local nonprofit Pomme de Terre Food Co-op. That March, after being encouraged to run for a spot on the board of directors by Jenna, a mentor, I was elected to the board. A month later, I was offered and accepted a separate position as a Morris Healthy Eating leader. Through the mentorship of Mary Jo, I was able to implement a produce department at the co-op as a Morris Healthy Eating student leader. Now, midway through my sophomore year, I was elected president of the co-op's board of directors. It was the first time in the co-op's 40-year history that a student was given the leadership of the board, and all of a sudden, I found myself drafting agendas, approving budgets, assigning tasks, and facilitating meetings. Now I breathed and reminded myself that the board trusted me, even though I was at least a decade younger than the youngest member. And I began to trust my intuition, emulating leadership aspects of my previous mentors. Now this fall, chairing the board has become much more than heading meetings and strategic planning, as our long-term general manager, Patty, resigned. During this time of difficult transition, my priorities have shifted, as I'm now not only chairing a hiring committee, but also working to draft different management models while ensuring as little conflict between stakeholders as possible. Mentors have also been a key part in my service with Green Corps. I am currently serving as the Living Green Outreach Local Food Systems Specialist member for the university, as well as the community of Morris. Because of the University of Minnesota-Morris is a land-grant, public liberal arts institution, I've been able to make many connections between classroom rhetoric and community action. I am fortunate to hold this position, and I'm currently planning out projects for the year. relying heavily on my site supervisor and mentor, Troy Goodnow, community partners, and a couple of mentors at the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. With my experiences, the mentorship I have received, and my passion for sustainable food systems, I have a dream of developing the Midwest Food Systems Council. Basically, I believe that the local sustainable food movement can make truer change if it has a larger voice. The Midwest Food Systems Council will be a means by which this voice is provided. It will be a member-based, nonprofit regional organization whose charge is to monitor the Midwest foods production, health, and agricultural environmental landscape through policies, programs, and research. The mentors that I have encouraged me to dream big, to reach for the stars, as cliche and corny as that sounds. In turn, I now find myself mentoring younger students, as I hope to provide as much encouragement and support as my mentors have provided. I also encourage you to reevaluate your relationship with students, as I cannot stress how important these relationships are and how much of a positive impact they do make. Thank you.